A very, very warm good evening on this Sunday evening. This is Arunava Chaudhuri. You are live on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot, and I'm back again after a few days. You might have seen on my social medias. I've been on the road, was in Delhi, was in Mumbai in regard to certain work. And yes, the Indian football world doesn't seem to stop. Chaos seems to prevail. And sometimes things were not really linked to Indian football seem to be causing problems. And I guess. Yeah, we will talk about those things. Sorry. Yeah. Posted at the top. My little take on the whole chaos regarding the Messi tour. A little bit more of, it's Kolkata's global disgrace. Actually, it's India's global disgrace, I would say, and chaos in Kolkata yesterday. All the other videos that I tried to do while I was on the road in the last few days. Hope you watch it and enjoy it. And as always, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. So let's get started. Then it says, I've given up on football fans in India. That one day they say, bring Messi. Next day they cry, kids here doesn't get opportunity. Then next day they say, we only want to see Messi. Then other day they say, on and on and on. Renal, I fully get your point, and I am actually there, you know, with this whole scenario that we find ourselves in, which is to say insane is actually putting it nicely, because we are in a situation which is very, very difficult, to say the least, to me, because we are in a state at this moment in time which to me is very, very difficult, because I think we've left the logical world of football in India, and it is the reality of it is, and this is the way it is. Again, you name corruption. I think corruption is one thing. I think my bigger problem, when I see what I've seen in the last couple of days and what I've heard over the last week while in India, it is this, yeah, babu culture, this VIB culture, this culture and all, and yeah, what to say? It's just hurtful, because people with logic and understanding are certainly not there, and therefore we are in the mess we are in. Hey Vijesh, these politicians have embarrassed us. They think football is a circus like cricket. Vijesh, is it like cricket circus? I don't know if it's like they treat everybody like that. It doesn't matter if it's an Indian athlete or if it's Lionel Messi or if it's, it can be any. You know, the sad part is they will also treat a Shah Rukh Khan like that if they need be, right? And but those guys are accustomed to this. The problem here is that what happened yesterday in Kolkata is very, very simple, and it's a problem at all levels. If someone is willing to pay 10,000, 20,000 for a ticket to just potentially, and I say the word very, very slowly, potentially, then it's also on you, right? All those people who've gone, oh, I want to see the goat and all that kind of stuff. So this superstar, this make him like a godlike structure, put a statue. Again, have you seen that statue in Lake Town, which doesn't even look like him? I mean, what are we doing? Right? And Shatadru been put in jail for 14 days. Yeah, security is a thing that needs to be discussed. But is it his fault? Or is it rather the fault of the Binan Nagar police, who under whose jurisdiction the Salt Lake Stadium falls? Does it fall under the Kolkata police, the West Bengal police? Who's the interior minister in Bengal? Then how are the ministers behaving themselves? How are the VIPs behaving themselves? And I saw some footage in from Mumbai, and it's you know Sunil is the last person to shake the hand of Lionel Messi. Even Parth Jindal is in front of him. So welcome to our world. And let's see. Hey Rudra, hope you're doing well, because Indian football is not. Rudra, I'm okay. I'm still a little tired over the last few days, because I've come to a few realizations about Indian football, Indian sports in general. I think Indian football is just um, you know, an example how Indian football is. And yeah, it's. I don't know if India as a country, Indian sports really lives in the real world. When people try to tell me, you know what, oh, we're gonna surely get the Olympics, it's like, is India actually part of that conversation? Right? Would be my first question. Are we part of the conversation? Yeah, those are some realities, and let's see where we go. Hey, Raj was missing live sessions. Thanks, Raj. 3 दिन Messi Messi फिर Casey. Yeah, Rudra. Hey, Anurag, welcome back. I don't know how people like Shaji become advisor of the GOAT tour, whereas you could have been perfect candidate for the role. You have the required experience, sir. Rudra, I don't want to be involved in this because I would have to tell a lot of people, no, this would not happen, that would not happen. I've done the FIFA World Cup trophy tour to India in 2010 with Lothar Matthäus. Um, got to say a lot of things. A lot of things. No, I did the Bayern Munich matches, where in 2008 in Kolkata, I famously said a lot of things no to Anjan Mitra and Tutu Bosch from Mohun Bagan. Now they wanted this, they wanted that. Um, 2012 in Delhi, had a lot of problems with the bureaucracy and with Delhi police and this and that and everything. So um, do I want to be in that position? I don't know. Again, Shatadru is the scapegoat, right? And do I find his business good or bad? It's a different, it's not for me to judge. He's smart enough to found a niche to be bringing, especially Argentinian and Brazilian stars to, in the past, mainly Kolkata and other places as well. And yeah, and he's made a money out of it. And he's openly said, I'm doing this for myself. I'm trying to raise money, and but I'm not doing this for Indian football. And if someone is honest on that, I'm fine with it. Let him do it. I don't have a problem with it. But that he is now being made like the fall guy for all that's happening, and still he's ensuring wise people that the tour is going on, right? Because I saw a lot of people say, oh, you know what, Hyderabad did such a good job. You know what? To me, it was very, very clearly evident, having worked in the background of these kind of things where you ensure, when something has happened, you beef up things. Again, sorry, from a football perspective, you cannot compare Kolkata to any other city in regard to the level of craze that you have in Kolkata for football. So to manage that is X times more difficult than Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi. Maybe it's comparable to what could have happened maybe in Kerala. If something like this has happened in Kerala, be it at the Nehru Stadium in Kochi or elsewhere, this kind of thing might have also erupted. So therefore, and let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. But tomorrow is another day. I hope everything goes fine in Delhi and Messi returns home in one safe place. I talked to certainly some of the people around him and find out what he thought. But again, I know that these Argentinians, again, are like piranhas. They're coming in to take the money. That's nothing about else. Then it's and we have, if you see that how Luis Suarez and Rodrigo de Paul are standing there, it's like, okay, like sometimes they're his security guards, right? They're showing disrespect to big players in the game. Shambolic to see Fadnavis clicking selfie Messi 3 times while chewing gum. Acha, Mrs. Feathers chewing gum, and she was pushing away the Paul and Suarez. Rudro, again, VIP culture in this country, right? I know someone who knows her, and there were some conversations about things. This is the way these people behave, and again, you and I will not. I wouldn't. That's why I ensured on the thrift. I'm out of country. I don't want to be part of it, and I have had a lot of. Again, I could have passed on so many people just to say, hey, listen, you know, pass it on, do something, but no, I would have not. Finally, Sunil met his idol today. Happy for him. Yeah, Rudra. But again, is Sunil like one of the last persons to meet Messi in that list? Um, yeah, but that's India. Irony is Chobe today was giving into about Messi mismanagement and all. Rudro, these guys will milk it because we have elections in Bengal. So they will milk it. Again, it is mismanagement, yes, by the Bengal government, yes, by the Trinamool, no doubt about it. But again, it is in different magnitude than any other place. And especially in Hyderabad, you saw that the chief minister seemed to macro and micromanage a lot of things after what happened in Kolkata himself, right? If you see some of the footage, you see that Reddy is ensuring that people don't get too close and all that stuff. And I've seen now some of the footage out of Mumbai. It didn't look that Messi was always very comfortable with those people. And it looked like in Hyderabad, he looked more comfortable to me. Again, I'm looking at body language, his facial expressions. He seemed to be happy over there. Master Sense at 60 have been scouted, and one of them will play a World Cup. We're lucky Messi didn't know English. It's a human nation. Our politicians don't even know the state of Indian football. Raj, these guys are a bunch of jokers. The political class in India, sorry, and with all due respect, it is a bunch of jokers. Again, I've had certain conversations over the last few days where I think they don't understand how sports runs and operates, and they really believe that, oh, you know what, I will say this is done. ऐसे नहीं होता है sports में. Sports is something very complex. Um, and there are I said this at the conference on Wednesday at the Sports Bar Pro League forum. I said India's biggest danger, in my opinion, is a word called jugaad. If you say jugaad, to me that is already a problem. But it's because you're not going to always get away with it, right? People have money to spend on watching Messi, but not to watch our Indian football members. Arithro, again, I know people who tell me they are not willing to spend 19 or 25 rupees on a streaming platform, like fan code or SCCN or whatever there is, right? I had a conversation with the fan code guys on Wednesday in Mumbai at the conference, right? And they find it very difficult, right? They need to cover the costs, right? And um, there are people who've now spent 10,000 rupees or more for a ticket in Kolkata or even more in other places. Ask them to spend 100 rupees on an Indian football ticket. They will not do it. This is fan culture, right? Why Sachin was given so much time, could have given chance to Sunil to speak something. Raj, I don't know. I didn't watch it and I didn't bother about it again because it is Mumbai and it is Sachin. And you're at the Wankhede, of course, right? And the embarrassing thing would be if you would ask Messi, most probably who and what Sachin Tendulkar is, most probably he wouldn't know, right? So does he care? I don't know. Does and this is the problem, right? Would you know, for example, if you look at the FIFA World Cup draw the other day in America, that for example you had uh, an American football star, a baseball star, a basketball star, and Wayne Gretzky, right? Canada's most famous sporting athlete. Would you know him? I don't think so, right? Indian football biggest culprits are Indians themselves. I think India's biggest culprits are Indians. Rudra, I would sum it up that way. Right? India has a lot of problems in a number of fronts, and India needs to look at it, needs to tackle those problems. Um, Civic sense is to me one of the basics, which I realize, especially when you fly. This is not to behave and get in and out of aircrafts and all. Is something which I get very annoyed and maybe I'm a little too German on that. And yeah, right. And again, this whole Kolkata fiasco, this what I call disgrace, has been picked up by the whole world. Right? It's not that one or two people. Again, I mean, it was in German mainstream television, Rain News. Right? It is. Ah, I was speaking about. I was just at a football game. People were asking me, "How's the state of the stadium?" So, what to say? There's nothing to add. There's nothing to add to all of these things, and these are brutal realities. So much hate for senior linear players on social media is insane. Okay, Messi probably doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't. For sure, Mr. Prabhu is weird. Why, Raj? Why why shouldn't Praful is still the president of the Western India Football Association, and Praful is also um, a senior politician in Maharashtra, right? So that Praful Patel is there is not a surprise to me, to be very honest with you. John Abrams should have been invited. Rudro, this is not an invitation like, oh, you come and go. No, no. Most of either your political class, then it's a freebie. The rest who came all have put money into this. Even the stars, even celebs, some exceptions, but in Kolkata, a lot of celebs had to pay money to get in close to Messi. Oh boy, what has happened to my city, my state shame? Yeah, Simon. Also, I appreciate Tiger Shroff supporting football in Maharashtra. Yeah, he's trying to. Mumbai fans were booing Fadnavis and he started saying Ganpati Babu. Again. At least the tour has crawled his way back after the mess yesterday. Simon, it doesn't matter. What has happened in Hyderabad, what has happened today in Mumbai, what will happen tomorrow in Delhi doesn't matter. The world will remember Kolkata and December 13, 2025. Forget. Doesn't matter. This is in today's social media world. Look at who, I mean, there are people who don't do anything on Indian football. I've never seen them even talk about Indian football. They are talking about Indian football. My timeline in German language on Instagram Reels is full of that footage. Yeah, exactly. Kolkata has passionate fans apart from Kerala and Northeast. Will be much better. Rest of the metro cities have no football culture. Vijesh, it's not about football culture. It's about how you macro and micro manage. Let's say a lot of people say to me, "Oh, these kind of things have not happened." I've heard enough. I've got people who work in event management have been talking massively um, about problems regarding concerts in Mumbai and other places, right? Coldplay and all didn't go off well from what I've been told, right? So therefore, this is not a new phenomenon. Most of the stuff goes right. Even some of the Punjabi singer superstars have had problems at concerts across India. So yeah, it is there. At least Mumbai recognized the Paul and Suarez. Yeah, good, no? Profile Patel met Messi, but the president is nowhere. Kalin has zero connections. He's got no powers. RRC game, let's see. Tomorrow is still a day. Tomorrow is Delhi. It was clear that Kalyan Chaube would meet Lionel Messi in Kolkata. But let's see. Yeah, let's wait and see. Praful Patel network is much bigger than Chaube, 100%. Praful is the GOAT, says Hannibal. This country will only favor the upper echelons and suppress the masses. No wonder we are called a third world country. Yes, I mean, it's hard as it sounds. Yeah. But now, after a long time, Ankush, welcome back. What went wrong, Messi event? Is it is it management or expectations? Both. I think, I think it's both because the problem is, see, even those who are now paying 5, 6 lakhs, 10 lakhs or whatever, for a photo. I mean, 10 lakhs for a photo. Um, what are you giving, right? So from that perspective, the expectations levels are wrong, and the management, yes. But my question is, Salt Lake Stadium with this kind of scenario. My first question is the statue was not uh, um, unveiled by Messi and Shah Rukh Khan. I heard it. They did it remotely, so there were issues in regard to security, right? Um, I don't understand why they didn't do their rounds, on the running track at the Salt Lake Stadium. But you also see on the footage again, certain senior people in the Trinamool who were literally hogging, Messi as being, this is my guest, and which is a joke. Fancode has better telecast quality India OTT platform. Okay, Monali. I would not blame people who don't spend money to watch Indian football. People want quality football. Indian team is just near that people have limited time. No, don't I would. I will. If you will not, I will. Because if you, again, if you, your national team is not about quality. I had this discussion on Wednesday with a few people who also say, you know what, it is not a football only phenomenon. Hockey, where is the support for hockey? How many people actually support Indian athletes? It is part of the fan culture which is ingrained, which is a problem. No? You want to have success. Yeah, you know. So maybe even of more quality, this is more spending, but I don't think this is milked the same as sports fans of any country. It is. It can be, but again, in a lot of parts of the world, the quality is there, but they're not spending much, right? Or you're trying to spend money and you're trying to get quality, but you're not getting quality. So there are two sides of the story. So do you think Messi does not even know about Chetri? Yes, I do think he knows about Sunil because he will have seen Sunil amongst the top three, top five goal scorers in the world. So that's the point. TMC was like Messi Amar Parat Translated, Messi is from my locality. Yeah, but that's See, Raj, I don't know what they said in Hyderabad, what they said today. I mean, you see the chief minister of a state. So no one has explained to him, no one is smart and intelligent enough to explain to the chief minister of the state, even if you're an Arsenal fan, wear a neutral jersey or maybe even wear the Telangana Santosh Trophy state or jersey or whatever, right? So what are you talking about? You saw that banner where he's, Reddy is wearing an Arsenal jersey and Rahul Gandhi is wearing an India jersey, right? So, you know, again, true call, 2 crore loss to Yuvarti. Raj, I think it's more. If I look at the damaged seats, ripped out seats, this, that, damage to the ground, damage to the goalpost, this, that, everything. I think it is more than 2 crores. I would rather think 4 or 5 crores is what will we need to expend it. It need to, yeah. Ultimately, anchors say, hope this will help Indian football, but the irony is it's only harming it. Salt Lake got vandalized and we lost an iconic stadium. Simon, how it will help Indian football? All of this, the shebang that's been happening is not helping Indian football in any way possible, at least in my opinion, right? It's great to see Messi in India. Great, right? But what are we gaining out of that? Messi is earning money, right? And the the crazy ones and the rich and the powerful are getting photo ops, right? So that's the reality there. So yeah, that's the reality. Welcome to our football world in the year 2025. Hypocrisy at next level. Bajaj was giving lectures about wasting 150 crore on Messi. He said, give me 150 crore, I'll make 10 Messis, and tomorrow Bajaj and so-called world champion team will meet Messi. Rudro, again, frauds will be frauds. Hypocrisy will be hypocrisy. So welcome to Indian football. It is not so easy. Even if Ranjit has spent 15 crores, has he created one Messi then? Right? Has he created an Asian level player? No, it is not. These calculations easy, and all these people who say, "Oh, this is money that should is due to Indian football. Indian football should have gotten this money." No, sorry guys, this is an investment which was never intended for Indian football. Right? Indian football has its own set of problems. Has anybody in the last couple of days tried to speak to Messi about Indian football's problem? You know, getting Messi to make a statement, say, Messi, come out in support of Indian football and your players. You know, so what to say? People should remember that Chetri was here, and the only reason of it was because Parth and JSW. Otherwise, even he wouldn't have been here. Sad state of Indian football and sports in India. RRC game, very good point, very important point. Very, very right. If possible, I'm sure JSW would have preferred this event to take place in Bangalore. But again, maybe there's a different government in control. So therefore, that shebang shifted not only to a football stadium, but to a cricket stadium. So yeah, welcome. 22 lakh rent is for to play. Raj, forget the rent, right? The damage, the reputational damage. And again, I say this with all due respect to all these people who are roaming around, Lionel Messi and whatever. I'm already facing that reputational damage again. And I always try and defend Indian football in the Western world, right? What is there to defend? Right? A little earlier, I saw very famous content creator Fiago and his video about the ISL not happening. Great to see, right? These are the kind of things that I want, right? While in Delhi, I went to Gurgaon, went and visited Drog Baba. We did a longer podcast on the state of Indian football. I, with my broken Hindi, tried to explain things. Should be coming out next week, and yeah, these are realities. Messi will say, Jai Shri Ram. Yeah, Vignesh, staunch Christian will not be happening. CM and all giving checks and trying to show we are doing grassroots only and only JSW is doing something among them. Clans. Yeah, but even JSW doing it, what is JSW doing right and wrong? Are they doing an internal assessment? With the money they're spending on football, the output is limited. Sorry, guys. Right? That to me is, and I've said that to Partha in the summer, right? So therefore, for me, what to say? And therefore, I don't know. I don't know what to think or say, and where we are, where we're not. But this is Indian football is in a, yeah. I don't even know what kind of state I should be saying. Right, for me, Indian football is not there where we could should need to be. Right, so that's my concern at the end of the day, and um, yeah, it's very difficult. Let's put it this way. Yes, it's only examining how Kolkata and India is going to look like as a whole, only agreed with racial slurs against us. Samuel, it has nothing to do with racial slurs. It just, maybe not slurs, stereotypes, right? And yeah, there are many plastic fans in the crowd who just came for entertainment, not real football. Remember, for Al Hilal game crowd came to see Neymar, but he didn't turn up. Yeah, Vijesh, Neymar, Al Nassr in Goa recently. Yes, those again. You have these European football fans or global football fans who turn up for these kind of things. And, we can use it and try and grow Indian football or hope to grow Indian football, or it just has zero effect on it, right? And therefore, it's a problem. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we're heading with all of this at the moment. Rahul Gandhi wearing India jersey. Yeah, it's not wearing it. It was, photoshopped. Purpose for Messi is because of, yeah, of course, morally, it's for Messi to earn money and for other people to earn money off on the back of Lionel Messi. There is no value of something like this at all. Now people outside think Mr. Reddy as a pro footballer and as an India legend. Performance, if you're reading this, sue the organizers. Simon, I don't think so. I again, they will know, uh, that is that, and so Messi to shifted the focus on ISL and core problems can be ignored. Rudo, very important point. You're mentioning a very key point. This is what there is this picture of this young woman, right, which went around who held up a placard, "Save Indian Football," and huge respect to whoever she is, to that young lady, huge respect. I bet among those 50, 60,000 people, no one knows one player except Sunil. I doubt how well actually knows him too. Raj, my first question, were there 50, 60,000 people in there? There are different numbers, right? Baichung said, I think 70 to 80, someone else. Again, if I look at the Salt Lake Stadium at the moment, the capacity sits at 66,000. It was not fully full. Am I talking about 40, 45,000 people maybe in there? I don't know. Right. But then one guy I find out everyone always about engagement farming is live on Republic trying to give his gyan. Yeah. Some days ago, sir, I said Kolkata's lack of civic sense in your YouTube live. Today, see result for those who are saying you're destroying your stadium. It's not organized a stadium. It give Bangladesh vibe. I don't think it gives Bangladesh vibe. And again, I am saying this with the utmost respect for the others. If the thing in Kolkata hadn't happened, do you think Hyderabad and Mumbai and let's wait and see what happens in Delhi would have gone off like it has gone now? No, I don't think so. I don't. I'm sure that it would have been more chaotic in Hyderabad as well as in Mumbai and in Delhi as well. Kolkata was the first venue, first biggest venue of all. So also that comparison, right? And don't bring in this Bangladesh vibe in this because that is I will not accept that. How can you identify difference between footballer and peer and you are good at identifying fraud? How can we have any clue? Really, all of this is fraud. None of these people are doing. They're all doing PR. They're not doing development. So your summary is everybody is it should be in your negative frame. If they prove you wrong, put them into the positive. That's what I do nowadays in India. I'm critical about everybody, and I'm mostly sadly proven right. I said to people last week, listen, this Messi thing, if it runs in the worst, if something had happened in Kolkata yesterday on the field, he would have gone back home. The only thing why Messi is here, why is Messi in India? Because he's been offered ridiculous amount of money to be in India. He's not there to engage with people and blah blah. He's like thinking, oh shit, why am I doing this? Why am I here? It's like, oh, give me the money, let me go home. Right? He said, "Oh, listen, you know what? Before I do this on my own, hey, Luis, Rodrigo, yo, guys, come along. Let's do this." Right? That's the reality. Anything they're saying, you know, yeah, I'm happy to see you all, whatever, blah. What is he all to say? Oh, shit, I just want the money and I want to go home. No, he's not going to say that. Right? All these people thinking that, oh, man, he doesn't care about India and Indian football. Happy to watch you this for so many days, sir. Thanks. Thanks. Yes, I've been traveling. You think ecosystem killed our players? Right? No. Players, listen, the ecosystem, yeah, did its part. Everybody, even the players are, right? Reality is Sana, BK, Pujari were there only because of Parth and JSW. Yeah. Even Sunil. Suarez, Rodrigo Paul were given no respect. No one knows them. Not even Anchor. Yeah, Raj. What to say? Again, it is about Messi. It doesn't matter who the number two is, right? Even if you, let's say, forget now Luis Suarez and Luis Suarez is a big, big name. Think about this, that he would have brought, let's say, Neymar along. Even a Neymar would have been a passenger, right? It's Kolkata scene will reach all around the world again will make India shame. It is already reached. It will not. It has, right? I remember same thing happened in Hong Kong with Messi, but they didn't repeat same thing happened in India. No, Messi, no, Hong Kong was different. Messi didn't play and they paid back the people. That's a different thing. You should contact Fiago. Maybe you could make him understand the insights and for better, greater awareness video for him. Yeah, Simon, we've been in touch in the past. Yes, in football, JSW can't produce good talent, but we should appreciate journalism. One maybe help Niraj Chopra money for foreign training. Yeah, could do that. But I'm talking football. I'm not talking general sports. Right? JSW has been amongst the highest spenders on its grassroots and youth football. Outcome is zero at the end of the day. Except maybe Vineet Venkatesh. Is he Asian level? Is he world level? End of discussion, right, guys? It's very simple, and we need to call it out. Ready, terrible passes. It's all over internet foreigners using the clip for racism. Raj, he's a chief minister. What do you expect? Right? And if you see this for racism, no. They're making fun of him. Aren't you guys trolling other people all the time? Aren't the Bangladeshis supposedly trolling us for our match the other day in Dhaka? Listen, this is part of the world. Again, what you need to be able to distinguish what is racism, what is trolling. Again, another thing. This is something which you guys need to learn. It's shame to see Messi statue in Kolkata with zero effect on Indian football. Even Messi doesn't not have his own statue in Barcelona. Again, if he has a statue in India, not does what difference does it make? Right. My bigger question would be is look at the statue. The statue does not look like Lionel Messi. That would be my real question. Who is this supposed to be? Do you think in Indian football culture become like cinema culture? They don't see football match regularly, but when they hear Neymar and Messi, they show interest. Only I would spread it out and not just say football culture. What I've learned the last few days again from a lot of people, it is Indian sports culture, right? That woman was booed by Mohun fans because she was wearing East Bengal jersey. Raj, it shows you ignorance to the, and I've said this, right? East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, be part of the solution, not be part of the problem. It's good to see Messi excited to meet Sunil, but gets surprised while meeting Sachin. Maybe does not know cricket exists in the world. Why was he excited to meet Sunil? Where do you see an excitement? He's just being courteous, right? There is no ISL this season. No one cares about it at all. They care is Messi coming to India, so the focus gets shifted from main issue. Yeah, Augusto, very well said. Very well said. And but the problem is that 99% of people who are involved in this whole Messi shebang don't know anything about Indian football, don't care about Indian football. Right? That is also a reality which we have to accept. Right? That most people who are involved in all of this don't care. Right? They just ask. Listen, they will come one day for Shahrukh. The next day they will come for Sachin, and the third day they'll come for Messi. Right? There's a certain set of people who would come for Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah, that's a star culture. It's a problem, right? It is a problem. Respect for that girl. Yeah, with that lacquer, as I said, people already criticizing her for civic sense online right now with message emperor or red. No, it's morally, it's a problem. I saw it last week, Baba. It's this week, whatever I was saying last week. It is a problem. I have a bad sore throat. I spent 2 days in Delhi. My throat is gone. The work, the first task of the government of India and the Delhi administration should be to sort out the air pollution. They should need to take care of nothing else. Your first and final job. If someone can't take care of it, remove it. Remove the person. Bring in someone else. Try it again. Right? I'm just thinking about people who have to live there, their lives. I have spent 2 days in Delhi and my throat is gone. Through 2 days. Yes, if foreigners are thinking very professional footballer are using very. No, he's not a professional footballer. Baba, why you what am I gonna say? At least they could have chosen kids who can play football. And I thought those kids looked like they picked up random rich kids. Ayush, yes, I'm sure. You know, right? That some rich father paid a lot of money for their kids to be there. This is all about money. This is not about talent. Why are you? I mean, why are you even thinking about talking about talent in connection with this goat tour? This goat tour is about politicians, rich people, and wannabes meeting Lionel Messi and getting their picture. Nothing more, nothing less. Right? It's like people who were when Jennifer Lopez recently was singing at a wedding, and loads of people were trying to get a picture with Jennifer Lopez. Right? That's the way. Here you have to pay for it. Then Messi tour, just some photo, pathetic politicians ruining it. Public lacking basic sense. Showed the word India real image. Hyderabad stadium pathetic, no proper stage, decent crowd, and go to blah blah. Well, not that it doesn't matter where it is, right? Decent stage or not. Look at the way that I mean, look at that. The BFC players are wearing a jersey. It looks terrible, right? Sort out the quality. Yesterday, Reddy and today, Masters are all doing PR, showing themselves savior of football. Otherwise, he's dead. So his politicians even know that. Forget CM. Do other people know that? Not. Very valid question, right? Right? Very valid, very good question, actually, to be honest. But again, do they know that? I don't. I would not know. I don't know. But it's a very valid. It's a very good question to ask, right? That is, you know, very big. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. Do we care about a football really? Are we able to do what is needed or not? These unbugs get lost into supporting Argentina as a Portugal in such an extent. Such constant Argentina Portuguese, how wonderful. Simon, really brilliant. I said around the final of the World Cup, I hope that certain people who support Argentina and Brazil during World Cup start supporting Indian football. Wow, God, the reactions. Oh, and this is what was said earlier on, right? Oh, let India be more successful and then we will support and all that stuff. It's like, guys, you normally don't choose your national team. Clubs you can choose. Clubs, you, I, we all can choose, right? And let's see. This is where we are at this moment in time, right? So I don't know. I don't know. It's very, very, uh, you know, yeah. So this is the way it is, right? So therefore, what to say? Less I say, the better. Indian football was already ruined. Now with the GOAT tour, we just got embarrassed on the world stage. At least that's people in Discord servers that I'm in are saying. Listen, India doesn't need to embarrass itself, right? Look at the situation. When you come to a sporting perspective, look at football, look at other, again. So I was not comparing Bangladesh Bengal situation, but one man taking football tours with him. He took a carpet, right? He said, I paid 10,000 rupees, I'm taking stuff for 10,000 rupees. And I don't. After all that happens now on content creation, I don't even know if it's true or if it's fake. So I don't even know, right? The guy might have been working and doing stuff. Yeah. So these are things that happen in India, Bangladesh, in Pakistan, in Nepal as well. So welcome to the world. Why Tata produced good player compared to other academies way back ago? Because of the Tata Football Academy, Ranjan Chaudhuri made sure that he was trying to pick quality players, and he was producing quality players every 2 years. Right? We have gone for mass rather than quality. Be it players, be it coaches, be it coaching. Right? Give that money to club for grassroots rather than cringe statue. Yeah, but Raj, that is money which was never going to come to Indian football. This is one thing that all those people are saying. I mean, you can't be that dumb, right? There's a lot of people are saying this again. Oh, the money being spent on this tour could have been spent on Indian football. This is money which was never coming, right, to Indian football. This whole Messi tour money is outside of the system, right? Thank God you're out of all of this. Another like, yeah, Simon, I'm very happy. Again, for a few days I can come in, but in the winters, very tough. Foreigners don't know Reddy is not professional football, but CM, but you listen, Raj. If you are gonna react to trolling, I said this, no, or even during right. So live with it. Small kid was really grand, other kid maybe Porsche. Doesn't matter, right? When Bundesliga Premier League set up the academy, is it was a PR sculpture market because we know India is not powerhouse. We don't have election everywhere. No one's setting up academies in India per se. If you look at the football schools are PR things. They're not academies. I watching an online felt second-hand embarrassment, says Raj. It looked bad. Yeah. The 2 plus eco thing has been standardized in this country to such an extent we're waiting as a country 2025. Simon, again, Delhi was really bad, right? I met on the Monday evening, Drogbaba and Akshata, in the evening, standing outside Aerocity for 20 minutes. Bad. It was bad. It is bad, right? And it is the way it is. And yeah, so what to say? To Messi, which I hope not. I hope they shift some of the stuff indoors, right? Apart from Indian football context, the Messi go to what I see in Mumbai, it was looking enjoyable and eye pleasing, and most importantly, it would be lifetime move for many Messi fans. Utkarsh, again, yeah, but again, is it? Yeah, to me, again, it's always a discussion about how it could be, should be, needs to be, and again, maybe I have the luck factor, so to say, in regard to that. I've been through my work, I've met a lot of people and legends and whatever. I'm not bothered really about this whole legend. I need to meet a legend or something of that sort, right? So again, whoever is, enjoy it. But again, if you're supporting this and putting that much of money into the system, I don't know. Why do certain never get same recognition like cricket and football? I would have been up if they came same with hockey. Why? Morally, because it's not a big sport. Even in Indian context, it's not a big sport, right? So therefore, um, yeah, realities. I can understand supporting foreign club national teams, saying we ask for what you Argentina. Yeah, I wish. It makes no sense at all. Nothing. No sense at all. It's not a football. Yes, it exists today, of course. It's part of Jamshedpur FC, but sadly, because of the spread out of Indian football over the last few years, the focus even Tata Football Academy is not as good as it used to be in those days under Ranjan Chaudhuri, right? And again, not all the best talents now go to TFA. TFA de facto was like an AIFF academy, right? So yeah, very difficult, but realities as the way they are in an Indian football context. My friends in Bangalore and Chennai are making fun of Bengalis. Bengal, that's embarrassing. Raj, there have been concert issues in Mumbai. I know about. There have been problems around that in Ahmedabad around the cricket World Cup thingy. There were problems at concert in Gurgaon and Delhi. So yeah, these things happen. Messi left foot insurance is 8,000 crore in 100 years. Maybe we will not have 30, 40 crore total value. It doesn't that same current situation. Okay. In future, if we try to host the FIFA World Cup, FIFA president will think twice before awarding the hosting rights. Aritra, we are not, again, we need to grow as a sporting nation as first. Again, that's the same thing about Olympics as well. No? So it is not an easy thing for us to say, oh, you know what, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Sounds maybe easy, but um, it's tough, right? And India will, yeah, India needs to do a lot of things right to be able to go in the direction that they want to and they need to be. Right, that's a huge, in my opinion, huge challenge. Um, yeah, on where we stand at this moment in time, it is. Um, yeah, we shouldn't even talking about the World Cup in an Indian football context. To be honest with you, given the realities of things. After the Kolkata scam, one of the guys in discussers said scammers are getting scammed. Nature is healing. That had racist sentiments that the Indians are scammers. See, people will say things this way or that way. Again, um, yeah. So therefore, I'm not sure if we're talking about those things in that way. Um, and it's sad. AQI has been huge issue with India, especially person who come from Europe country who would like Stan Messi. I don't know how is Messi going to handle. Let's see, Mali. We'll see tomorrow, right? What happens to Lionel Messi? Right, 47 plus minutes. Quick reminder: like, share, and subscribe this video if you haven't. Um, so far, 12 likes. I think we can do better, guys. And we stand at 3,526 subscriptions. So if you're listening to this, you're liking the conversation, to leave us a subscription guide and also watch the short videos that I try and make on a regular basis. Of course, last couple of days, even though I didn't want to originally, did something on the Messi tour and its sort of repercussions. And yeah, do support the channel and thanks as always. Shazad has made main culprit Nisi Jokers and left Mr. Joker giving instigation order to him for himself that peak level. And yeah, but Raj, that's the problem of politicians. If India hosts any major event, Delhi Echo has been always blown away international sports analysts. Morally, in the winter, it's a problem. Don't point out any issues, bro. Otherwise, in our country, you will be labeled anti-nationalist. Blessed trader, I am a citizen of the Federal Republic of Germany, and I have, the will desire to do it. And if people say that, I am more nationalistic than most Indians because I know what I've done for Indian football over the last decades. So if someone labels me anti-nationalist, prove to me that you are more nationalist than you are than me. I don't need to have an Indian passport for that. Messi was really pissed. I don't know if what he was he wasn't. Today, every other page posting about Indian football and Sunil Shetty because of Messi to world ironies that they doesn't even know about what's going on in football. Yeah, but Bhaskar, that's welcome to realities, no? The constant feeds of people laughing, trolling, embarrassing the country online hurts, and strangely, we don't even do anything to improve our reputation. Simon, that's the real point, right? The problem isn't about people saying what it is, and some of these things are very logical, right? There is certain things, issues and problems in Indian context which are there, which nobody can deny those. But people will say, oh, you don't like again with the Indian football problems. Indian football is a mirror of issues of Indian football in India, right? Indian people do not like to be criticized and be told, and they don't want to have accountability. There's no level of introspection. That's the whole point, right? How can dedicated classes live and breathe mediocrity is done? Yeah, very good question. Do you say really think we have 50+% chance after UAE with wrong Asian Cup this is possible? No. We are, nah, we're not there. Zidane son Lucas and then called up for AFCON Algeria. Yeah, broski. Well, don't take tension but be tension free is common. Okay. Good evening, Dark Knight. Welcome back. Do you think we never had football president associate accountable instead player coach on radar because top level management play crucial? No. Right. Again, who is accountable? Coach is always the first. Again, anywhere in the world, the coach is the first person to be accountable or something, right? And but again, management, yeah, management is an issue. Forget AQI. I saw news where some African country in Japan's youth coach got a dog bite around stadium. Yeah, I wish dog bite was in Delhi. Yeah, so from that perspective, there are a lot of problems. So civic sense. AFC Asian Cup 2000 bid was good. Whose bid? Our bid. Was it good? People know Sunil Chet's name because of that video and after FIFA post. Otherwise, no one would know his name. Who knows? Looks like Proful Patel still have so much power. Maybe let's say better than Kalyan. Yeah, of course. He has more. I don't say power or influence. People know him. He's part of the circus. He's still the Western Indian Football Association president. Don't forget that. So Praful is part and ingrained of the system in Maharashtra, right? He's not an outsider over there. So yeah, he's there. Kolkata management should learn from Hyderabad Mumbai how to host Messi. No, Arnav, no. Again, size of magnitude, and secondly, uh, I'm sure knowing how things run, and I've experienced stuff in other places as well. Um, that Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Delhi will be better organized because of what happened in Kolkata. If you see Chief Minister Reddy was actually pushing and shoving people away. He was like acting like a bodyguard to Messi. I'm sure he wouldn't have done it if the things in Kolkata hadn't happened, right? And you say Mumbai is better organized, okay? Yeah, 100%. But what is Mumbai doing, right? Mumbai is pushing sort of celebrities through, and the last person, so to say, nearly last person to meet Messi is Sunil. That is that good, right? So therefore, you know, that's the reality. Why did Sunil wear that jersey? Is a legend of Indian football. Augusta, because his boss told him to do so. Because the event is co-sponsored by JSW. People saying COVID is long gone forget that very fact that it has just been mutated and affecting football in the long run. Had to us and only us. Yeah. So if Power will come back, I don't know what Praful Patel is going to do or not going to do. Is he coming back or not coming back? Could be, could not be. We'll have to wait and see. Right? It's all possible, but there's no clarity on it. Sunil could have a Indian jersey rather than Green jersey. No, Raj. It's a sponsorship event, right? It's not a he decides on it. Look at Lionel Messi was not wearing an Argentina jersey. Lionel Messi is wearing something which is um, uh, uh, an Adidas shirt or a LM11 shirt, right? So yeah, with Messi's arrival, I understood politics better in the other state of India. Okay, Vignesh. Uh, Solar Rat, Norway. Sir Lord, you mean Sir Lord? No, good striker. Not of the level of Holland, but a good striker. Ajay Devgan booed. No idea why. I have no idea why, guys. So I'm not bothered about Bollywood stars and all that stuff. This is, it was an Indian football event. So it's I want to talk about Indian football, and this was not an Indian football event. This has nothing to do. This is a whole PR event about one of the greatest footballers and players of all times. So that's it, right? And it's a disgrace to be Bengali currently. Yeah, do very very well summarized, right? I mean, I really didn't think that every decision in football can be predicted to this way earlier than before. and for all the wrong reasons, obvious. Simon, the funny one is that if you talk to people within the system, which I've done a lot this week, face to face, a lot of people don't seem to recognize and realize what could should would be happening. So yeah, so that's the crazy one at this moment in time, in my opinion. Um, and even thinking and talking about it, right? So at the end of the day, it is it's a problem. It's a huge problem, and I don't know how we're going to get out of it. It's not so simple, right? So yeah, it's yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. Um, it's I don't have an answer. India VIP culture is the best Messi event. Yes, well, does Europe have more VIP culture? No, it doesn't. How poor we've become in last few years in organization? No, Blue. We haven't become poor in organization. It's just when you have the problem of certain um, politicians, their families, certain, let's say, Tollywood celebs or rich, right? Mr. Goenka belongs to that lot. If they make themselves more important than the general person, then this is going to happen, you know? So these are all realities. And yeah, we'll have to live with it, right? And um, think about it, in 2017, Bengal, Kolkata, this stadium hosted three sold out under 17 World Cup matches: Brazil, Germany quarterfinal, Brazil, England semi-final, England, Spain final. The world was complimenting us. Gianni Infantino was complimenting us. Do you think after Messi were in India, is it a politician should think making Indian football are better? No. See, that is hard work. They could, right? They could, they should. And, you know, and, but they will not because it is not something that, I say today and next week we'll have a Messi level footballer. We are far away, far, far away, you know? So that's the problem. Shub, Shubhashri Ganguly, even Abhishek Banerjee's office manager got personal photo session where she, what level the VAP culture has taken over. See, again, Raj, that's, is it a problem? Is it not a problem? Again, was it by chance? Was it planned? If it's by chance, I'm fine. If it's planned, then it is VIP culture a problem, right? So therefore, we don't know, but it is generally an issue. Project Mahadev launched today in front of Messi. Please tell details. I have no clue what that project is. My problem with our people is that they get impressed so easily. The guy jogs around with the ball shaking a few hands next to the public, and that he's a phenomenon, but still not worth the money. Of course not, Turbo. It is not worth at all the money, but this is the stardom, the superstar culture that exists in India. Simple, right? Can we expect a tweet from the ISL official handle about its own funeral? They're still active. I mean, I don't know. Again, it's a Reliance run organization. Reliance never tweets or reacts to things. So, yeah, right. Today, Shubhendu Adhikari and Kalyan Chaubey gave a press conference calling to restore Bengal football. Yesterday, Chief Minister Mr. Bengal said to conduct investigation. So, who is accountable? Everyone's blaming. Blue, that's the fun one, right? If Kalyan Chaubey is telling someone to restore something, that in itself is an irony, right? And this is the problem, no? These politicians, celebrity got more photos than sponsors. Just about PSG. Yeah. Welcome to that world, no? Politicians are the most important in India. Said your way to Mohammad Subajan, there's no league. What's your thoughts? Before it made no sense. If I was Mohun Bagan and let's say Molina had left, I would have kept it and said, Sergio, if we're going to restart, we would, we're going to pick an option. But at the moment, to have a coach for what? Started trading due to the conditions in and around the Salt Lake Stadium, training cancelled. Wow, brilliant, right? So very difficult to think about things, right? So that's something which is, yeah, which is there. So, right, very difficult, but reality of things. I'm in the side of no politics here, but based on your working experience, how would your mother involvement in Bengal football, if any? So, I mean, I don't know how much she's done or not done in football. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I would say and it be it Bengal, be it other states, be it the central government, there could be much more done in the name of football, for football, or any sport actually. Forget football, any sport. I think in that way, I will always compliment, you know, Naveen Patnaik for what he's done in Odisha for hockey, sports in general, and also now for football. So these are all realities, right? So therefore, these are there. What is Mon Masood practicing for attending funeral of ISF? Good question. I have no clue. Right? I, I, it doesn't make sense. Um, so let's wait and see. People now compare 2008 Maradona to this. Raj, even Maradona was not as straightforward as you think. Again, it didn't end. Again, we are all in these kind of celebrity things, we are always on the edge. 2008, I was very worried about the Oliver Kahn thing because it was getting overhand and all that stuff. And it went off well, right? We are with these kind of tours, not since yesterday, we've been all of a sudden. I had my problems in Delhi when Bayern Munich played against India in 2012 with the government. So realities. So therefore, the less I talk about it, the better. We've been always on the edge. Doesn't matter where it is. These kind of things can happen everywhere. I remember when we played with Mumbai City in Kerala, and Sachin Tendulkar was there. Um, you know, um, that in Kochi at the stadium, de facto half of the stadium was feeling like they're waiting to see or click a picture of Sachin. Right? That no stampede or nothing happened or something. We were lucky. So let's see. Whoever is going to manage in shape. Let's see, Raj. I like Jason never do so much PR. They comes and takes photo and move away. Respect. Is it? JSW could have spent this money elsewhere on sports, no? Right. Good evening, sir. Missed a lot of action on if yours. Thanks for that. Yeah, been a very active week. I hate politicians, man. Fatna was getting booed by entire stadium and then pulled a religion card by saying, yeah, but Ayush, that's the problem with our politicians, right? I think till now Mumbai has been better than other two cities. I mean, yeah, they will have been. But again, Kolkata, with whatever has happened, um, everybody would have been now on their toes. Tiger Shroff attitude, says Raj. Okay. Why Mumbai City FC players not met with Messi? Because Mumbai City was not involved in the event, right? Gonka's always politics, man. Says, but City for didn't sponsor. Yes. Give zero with the store and all, zero benefits it bring to a football. Siddharth, it was never going to bring any benefits to a football. Again, if anybody thought that, then sorry, guys, whoever thought that, you have no clue. This tour is a whole PR shebang for Lionel Messi to earn money, right? And for other people to earn money, and for a lot of people to have that picture. Tiger Shroff attitude that he is PM of India, same in case of CM wife treating Messi on property. But yeah, but then if you're telling me this, that the CM's wife is treating him like own property, then she's doing the same thing what happened in Kolkata, right? And again, this is rich and political class. So will Indian League happen next year? That I have no clue. 25-26 season is in danger. We had problems, but the Kolkata thing went completely out of hand. And then Mamata government is very lucky that no stampede as such happened like the RCB celebration. Yeah, yeah, very true. Very, very true, Blue. If you see it that way, that is very, very true. Uh, and it's sad. It's sad that we're talking about something like this rather than, we are in a situation of where we should be with our football, right? And I don't know. I honestly don't know. Yeah, CM wife stopped Messi 3 times for taking photos in three angles. Politics in India showcase dark side of democracy as a whole. Yeah. Can we see Prabhupada back in AFF? Could be, who knows. Why is CS7 not coming to India? Yeah, he gets enough money in Saudi. I can say one thing, you are more Bengali and Bengalis ourselves. How far have we gone as a society, sad. Yeah. Stampede situation not happening. Thank God. Yeah. We could have, you know. Uh, it's a real danger that was there. But the question to me is also, okay, who gives you, my question would be to those people who ran onto the pitch, ransacked the goalposts, the net, the ground, you know, whacked the seats. Who gives you the authority to destroy public property? Simple question to me, right? That's also a question needs to be asked. If you see in background, all these politicians, some are connected and helping each other. Raj, of course. Very good that you can observe it. When I saw Kolkata instead, I thought public is doing for ISL. People, again, who knows how far they've damaged this ground. I mean, Argentina is harming Indian football. I'll be very clear about that. Look at the whole Kochi Stadium situation where someone said, oh, we're bringing Argentina, this, that, everything. Argentina has not even turned up. And it looks like um, at this stage, yeah, Messi's tour might have caused long-term damage to the Salt Lake Stadium. Right? So these are realities. This is brutal, brutal, not nice, but what to say, what to add. Very difficult. Right. 1 hour, 8 minutes. Quick reminder, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias, visit arunfoot.com. And those of you watching today, 15 likes so far. I think we can do better. And we're at 3,526 people who are following and supporting this channel. Thank you again, everybody. And watch my short videos, hype them, like them, spread them out, give me your opinions. I'll react to those. I'll try to react to those. And yeah, thanks as always for your support and a lot of interesting stuff in regard to the ISL Futures AIFF in the last few days on the channel. So can you come back in your football if ISL continue the next year? Because maybe ISL already did in late December. X9P, theoretically, why not? Right? Again, I will never say never, but it depends on, uh, um, you know, um, if the right opportunity, the right people around me, and I think that I can do a difference, right? And let's see, who knows? At the moment, my focus is on regard to football on other parts of the world, but in Indian, there is no Indian context. Indian context is handball with its own set of problems. So let's wait and see what happens. One word to sum up this S show: cringe. To stay in young people's language, we would have to most probably use that word. Yes, I I can't say anything. Um, Other than that, yeah, it's it's um, it's a brutal reality at the moment, right? It's a brutal reality, and um, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna help us in work, but it's very, what to say? It's very difficult to get out of the situation at the moment. given these realities. And yeah, let's wait and see what happens. But to me, it's a tragedy, to say the least, where we are. And um, yeah. Sir, then I was saying you have no right to break public property. This, like, to have it will take so many months, maybe 3 months, at least more time, because system is corrupt. Yeah. I say public property shouldn't be broken. Savior reels are now overrates on the Africa piracy. That's different kind of PR. Yeah. Raj, listen. So why not say, hey, listen, I've already spent more than 15 CR. How many messages have you produced? So yeah. People don't fear the police in West Bengal. They're posting social media with seats. They should be in jail. Yeah. Blue. So now everyone is blaming each other, but who's gonna pay the money for repair the Bharati? Raj. The state and central governments. Right. You know, was the Bengal League today? I think the kickoff was today, right? I've not heard anything on Bengal Super League. Depending on Mahadev Sports from Maharashtra, when do you think this will happen in grassroots? I've not heard about it, Aman, so I can't say anything about it. Maybe is reaching 30, 50 million unreal PM. Yeah, let him. One positive I've noticed, some 1% people are trying to see the state of Indian football. I'm definitely sure they leave after knowing reality. Let's see, Raj. Have you heard anything about this Mahadev? No, Rishabh, I have not. So well, the program 62 will get second and will get trained and get scholarship. Sorry. Okay. Uh, sorry. Um. Um. Yeah. 60 kids. Nice scholarship. Nice. Is it going to bring us anything? I have no clue. I don't think so. By the way, how are you, Rushabh? I'm good, but my throat is a little itchy and causing problems because I was in Delhi this week and the pollution. Right. So a little bit of problem. I wish the crowd could have protested for ISL towards Messi. Now, but Ripple, what impact does it have? Right? If you're saying, does Lionel Messi know the state of Indian football? Does he care about the state of Indian football? Right? He's here for a PR event. He's getting his money. He's meeting the people he's told to meet. Say hi, hello, be friendly. Nothing more, nothing less. Right? Even if this tour would have gone worse than it has. Okay, Kolkata was a disaster, but the rest is been okay to good. He can come back. Okay, say no, I don't want to come back. Also, just like the Bodikas don't, the guys who spent 5K, 10K also thought the stadium is their property. Maybe the property is just reflections of the mass. Exactly, Blue. People who spent 5, 10, 20 more K, or people in lakhs, think it's now their right to damage things. This is also civic sense, right? Reality. BSL kicked off in Malda today, and the state of stadium is pathetic. Okay, Raj. Yeah, what did you? And again, what do we expect, right? What Messi will have to go through tomorrow in Delhi if you have suffered already. Rushabh, let him, right? He's getting millions for this tour, so let him suffer a little going to Delhi and realizing it, and maybe speaking about it. I hope he mentions it because this will hurt Delhi and the Indian government the most if Lionel Messi says, "Oh, you know what? This air is very bad." Me saying it doesn't matter, but nobody bothers about it. It's a problem for my throat, and I'm not getting, you know, the particles out of my system. And I know that the next time I'm going to Delhi, I'll actually, you know, I was a little nonchalant. I'll think I'll wear the mask every time I go out. So, is it we invest so much in 2007? You said 2007, guess no one have quality that is investing money. Doesn't mean it will give you better footballer, but should stay away from tin pot dream. 9XP, I was involved in helping generate money. Um, support from the German FA, right? Um, um, to make that possible, right? And yeah, so uh, so I can say whatever these guys have said. I've done more for these things than you will ever do. So is it state government pay stadium, not organizer? It's a security lapse. Why should I mean? My question would be: yes, he rented the stadium, but is the damage who's at fault? The first question is who puts Shatadru 2 weeks in jail, right? Is it the mismanagement of the police or the organizers? Who's actually created this situation? So for my logic, why should he pay? They might try to get it out of him. So yeah, let's see. Kolkata, just hilarious. Mamata asking for accountability, even though her Babu's part responsible. Lord Casey target as well. Listen, Babus were not responsible. Her Babus not part. They were responsible. Period. And Kalyan Chaub is speaking about better football in Bengal is a joke when Kalyan Chaub is doing what he's doing to Indian football, right? And you've seen again Reddy taking full charge again in Hyderabad. Fadnavis's wife being the comic relief and all this. So, well, welcome. This is India. Even Kolkata air is pretty terrible. Okay, Blue. I don't think Messi will even speak about that. His mouth is filled with money. Yeah, Raj is, but you never know. He might leave India and might say something, right? Delhi air was bad. Or let's see. You never know. Are you coming to Mumbai? Any chance of small meetup? Rishabh, I was in Mumbai actually on Wednesday and Thursday. I came in on late Tuesday night, was there for a conference, Sports Power. And sadly, Wednesday, Thursday, I was really busy. I was actually even went to the GSB, to the Institute, and then headed off. So this time, no time. 2 days Delhi and 2 days Mumbai. If yes, Lionel Messi said about pollution, I can 100% Indian government will take action. Let's see. X9P, that's what I'm saying. Let's wait and see if he does. Maybe I should reach out to someone who knows Leo and maybe try and get him to say something about it tomorrow. Let's see. David Reddy versus Messi before GTA 6 433 made reels about his passing, which was embarrassing. Yeah, man. What else do you expect? But again, if you would play or some of the others of us would play, maybe it wouldn't look better than that, right? So reality again. I saw today here, FC Kamshad, my home team, lost a match against a team, and there was a 38-year-old who's played 160 plus matches in the Bundesliga. Yeah, you see, how good he is. Yes, I get understands number public government need to repair stadium. Yeah. Why should the put in jail? He's also organized another movement daily that events are somewhat good. So for that reason, should be out of no, Raj. Again, if you've done something wrong, if again one out of your four stops is wrong, it's fine, right? Then you need to face the law. But in this case, my question would be: is this whole chaos? Is it the fault of Shatadru, or is it the fault of the Babus? So is it shame that they've done so much dangerous crime 14 days jail? That's the question. I don't think so. I think you release him on bail. And I would have also said release him on bail so that he can be part of the rest of the tour, right? I don't see him doing another tour anytime soon because who's going to give him the okay now to do tours? The organizers in crossfire to save the politicians and police. I don't see the reason he's in jail, supposedly charged for scam, but he actually didn't do any scam. Lol. Blue, that's the point. That's the whole point, right? Real scammers are free. No one will touch them. Yeah, that's the point. And again, in other cities, it's going well, but there also the scammers are involved, right? Doordarshan is an excellent broadcast in 4K drone. I think instead of Geo, Sony D Sports better or Fire League next time. Oh God, please. Shukanto, no, they can't do ISL. Is it besides Bobby should get arrested touching Messi like his wife? Yeah, I don't know. Burger was doing that, watching people barking, breaking this security bond. They might have called additional police that time. Welcome to West Bengal. That's the problem is, okay, now I come from a security aspect, which if I go in, um, we had this in Jakarta. 2008, before we came to Kolkata to play with Bayern Munich, we were in Jakarta to play Indonesia. Was it? I don't remember. Was it 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 people in Jakarta? And the local police could not control people jumping over the fence. And it was a security problem. Oli Khan was coming off the field late, and um, yeah, I had to really shove him away. And from that perspective, I don't know if you have thousands of people jumping over the wall or finding an avenue onto the field of play, how you're gonna deal with it, right? You are not your only option, which you can't use, is actually try and disperse the mob by shooting in the air, let's say, right? In my opinion, maybe the only way to put a little fear on that, because if you're not scared of the police, then you'll do what these people did, right? They did it in broad daylight. It was being filmed. They didn't bother with their faces visible, right? So far as I know, the VIP did influence and mess up the plan. When Kolkata is clearly being made a scapegoat. Yeah, 100%. Is Egypt really number one in scamming? I thought it was US and Algeria should be us or Algeria us. I've never heard about Egypt being scammers or Egypt being scammers. India is notorious. I don't know who's their number one, but yeah, Nigeria comes number one scamming. Is it? No, I don't think Nigeria's email scams. How many people nowadays fall for those scams? India has a problem, no, with the credit card scams. Not Kolkata, but the police, but the points are right. Yeah, blue, but again, Bidhannagar police got backup from Kolkata police for this event and also from the Bengal state. And he was Z category as well. Sorry, Mohammed sir didn't mean to hurt you, so take a pinch of salt. Ah, okay. Yes, I get it. I just loved how Mumbaikars cheered their heart out for Messi, as far as the Paul and our legend Sunil Booth, the hello out of Fadnavis and Tiger couldn't be more proud of my city. Yeah, nice. Why we can't believe DD Sports? Because Shukanto, I don't know where you're coming. DD Sports is like going back to the 80s. And how many people have access to DD Sports? That's the other thing, right? DD Sports access is limited these days. In every country, there's a various type of scam, but social media will not show you scam happening in some countries. In France, friendship scam, minimum slave scam, etc. What is the French friendship scam? Huh? Have you seen Australian news? Such a bad, sad news. Yeah, Siddharth, I've seen that. I've seen shooting in America at an Ivy League college in Rhode Island. Yeah, happens. Sad reality of the world in 2025, but we have our own scams to look at. And yeah, very, very sad that, we're talking about Messi and we're talking limited to nothing about Indian football and where we stand at this moment in time. I'm worried about that, right? We've got less than a week to go, you know, um, and so let's see what happens at the AIFF AGM. Does anything happen? Because the house is, as I tweeted a few days ago, a couple of days ago, yeah, the AIFF house is on fire. The question is, will something happen or not? That's the simple thing, right? So I don't know. I Let's wait and see. I don't know. Do tourist scams happen mostly in capitals for major cities? Rishabh, what are tourist scams? I don't know. After yesterday, when Kolkata can say money can't buy class, no civic sense. Aman, you saw that Yesterday in the evening with the chief minister. Today you saw it with the chief minister's wife. You can't, right? One black man will come to you in name of friendship band. He will say, wear this friendship band. Then he will say, I'm poor, give me money. Near famous town. Where did you hear this? I've been to Paris. I've not heard this. Not seen this. When will Indian football start? No idea. Is Lord Casey part of the tour tomorrow in Delhi? Not as far as I know. But again, it's a BJP shebang. I guess will be somehow part. So who knows? He might be there. Seems like we need to wait just like we wait for God. Yeah, chill out. At the moment, there's nothing else. You know, uh, the point at the moment is there are different levels of fighting for survival at the moment, right? So um, it's a problem. It's a problem. And for 3, 4 days, nobody's talking about the problems because we're more worried about Leo and his India visit, right? And that would have been independent of what happened in Kolkata. Republic Media said ISA will start in second week of Jan. What these guys smoke. Yeah, that's one. And the other one was, I think, 26th of Jan. Some people at Mohun Bagan have been saying. Don't know how they came to the conclusion that the ISL is starting then. I had a hard time explaining my father about not attending this before I don't know, all or before the mess really happened. He is in full support of me now. Good to hear, Simon. Again, times have changed and this VIP culture has got more brazen. If I'm saying in 2008 or 2010, 2012, 13, 14, it was manageable. In the year 2005, I think if you're an organizer of something, you have to, I heard some crazy stories about ticketing, this, that, everything. And forget football in other sports as well, even in cricket. Um, you know, so let's see. One opportunity, be it big or small, I'm getting out of this country. This Babu and VIP culture will never go away. Worship, yeah. And if as a clubs come, no, nothing. Alpha Tower visit today, see documentary scam and price in Alpha Tower, Black Man Friendship. Again, you see some documentary scam. I've been there and I've not been scammed, or friends of mine who go there have not been scammed. So therefore, again, Ambanis were not in one career. Powerful Ambanis would have met face to face. But Raj, Prabhu Patel doesn't need an event to meet the Ambanis. Instead of doing something, forming new small things, which is useless with current situation. Indian people love football. It's the proof in stadium, but conditions that these players like Messi must in our system. No, Indians don't love football. So control. They don't. Don't tell me that these people love football. They love stars. They love celebs, but they don't love football. If you would love football, you would love Indian football. You cannot be, in my opinion, a football lover if you don't love football. You know, reality. Thank God I'm not in Kolkata, says Raj. Why Messi is not traveling to Kochi? I want because they didn't offer him enough money to go to Kochi. Very simple. If Kochi offered Leo enough money, Lionel Messi would have traveled to Kochi. Simple. He's traveling to Kolkata because, again, Shatatu is based there and has his business there. Hyderabad, late edition. That's why Kolkata was pushed together to half a day. And then today Mumbai and tomorrow is Delhi. Apologies to the man sentence frame. My hands and mind are not in sync at the moment. Oh, that's Simon. It's very difficult. I know that sometimes when you're typing, it does happen. CM should be ashamed. Event is taking place in cricket stadium. Why? Raj, where the event is taking place, that the event is taking place is yeah. All of this has made Antona jealous the way he was hugging Messi. Sure, let him. Again, is it right or wrong? I would always say it's wrong because it looked like it was forced on Messi. But yeah, but what are you gonna say? Right. So this is part and parcel of the problem of our so-called political class, and it's very, very shameful and disappointing. But hey, that's the way it is. Konat someone offered the Mao Khanu Stadium. The project was great, to be fair. Shivam not inaugurated. He gave a um, if he would have inaugurated it, then the stadium would have been open. No, he's inaugurated the construction. Not inaugurated. He's laid the foundation stone. Sorry, that is the way. Approximately how much money do all these goats are given for such events? If you can just give a general figure. Rushabh, there is no general figure. I think Messi is overpaid. I've, I'm hearing different figures, but between 5 and 7, yeah, from, each many almost probably $8 million or something in the region would be Messi for this. Yeah, that image is not by anybody all over the world. Yeah, man, it's bad. As you organize football events in past, do you think any organizer will do any big event in Kolkata? Yes. Though if you want a full stadium, again, no. Let me start differently. If people like Shatadru and others who are based in Kolkata do this, they don't do it in Kolkata. Forget it. Yeah. So that's the reality. So therefore, it will be. Tickets were sold in name of Messi, not Suarez or Rodrigo. Yeah, but again, they were the plus two, so to say, right? I mean, Rodrigo Paul was running around with the bloody, you know. So no problem. Your thoughts on Meghalaya? Obviously, so I forgot. Meghalaya, we were just talking about it, no? The Conrad Sangma. If it looks great as a project, let's see how it ends. Looks in the end. If you sell the name of Suarez, no one will give you 10K. Raj, they would most probably not even give you 1 rupee. Yeah. Tomorrow, Delhi time, can you say? I have no clue. Chukanto. To organize events in 1K is expensive. I have Aman, these people, it is under the chief minister. So they will put in the best venue. And Wankhede is, from a logistical standpoint for the Maharashtra government, the easiest place to do it. Instead of, let's say, thinking about, let's say, DY Patil. How many times has Maradona visit India? No clue. Once, twice, twice maybe, I don't know. The other today, Bengal Super League started, and I don't know when it happened. It's already a flop, in my opinion. Yeah, sure. I said it is going to be tough. And with this whole Messi thing and all these problems happening, again, whoever scheduled this, oh, why did you schedule it during the Messi tour? Schedule it 1 week later. Are all clubs even okay if ever still wants club ownership in league? No. East Bengal clearly stated they want the AIFF to organize it. Mohammedan Sporting also, but Mohammedan Sporting, we don't even know, are they in, are they out? So, yeah. So basically, even after the whole mess, nothing actually changes for the VIP class, only in football lost. Yes. What changes do you think if Mamata Banerjee, again, and this is not her, but again, Indian leaders, do you fire people for making mistakes? Has the Indian aviation minister been fired? Has the Indian railways minister been fired for anything going wrong? Has the home minister been fired for terror attacks in Delhi or in Kashmir? No. So accountability, there is no accountability. Datta will realize next time any other state or city, not Kolkata and Bengal, his own state rested for 14 days, maybe 1 2 days enough. X9P, if he wants to run his business the way he has, and if he's still Kolkata based, he will do an event in Kolkata. And also, normally, the pictures you get of Kolkata, even a full Wankhede, nobody knows about that. The cricket stadium is full in Mumbai. They will talk about the Salt Lake Stadium thing, if you or I or we like it or not. If only the Northeast had the branded facilities Mumbai boasts, perhaps we could have seen a better light to the event. Maybe, or maybe not. Simon, I don't know. And again, it is the way it is, and we have to live with it, right? The new stadium that is being built in Meghalaya, will it be exactly the way it is shown in tenders and blueprints, or will it be a compromise design infrastructure? Samat, it will be something of what is being shown, but in Indian context, I'm very, very careful of that it ends up in the way it's being shown. Were communists better or worse than Mamta Didi? Rishabh, I don't know enough to make that comparison about them. Stadiums in Shillong, reaching Shillong is a big task, making a project there. Raj, but the government is spending the money. right? I have to give Conrad Sangma a lot of credit, spending a lot of money on football, creating multiple artificial turfs for grassroots football. So therefore, for it, I give him credit. If that and that stadium, yeah, could be an asset. He's even revamped the Nehru Stadium. Look at the old Nehru Stadium. Look at it now. So he's done his stuff. Why this gang of Ismail and Bajaj want socialism in football? What will they gain if everyone's league? Ask them. I have not found out why. There is pure blame game accountability. Never heard of it. Yeah, sure. But that's again, what is happening in Bengal is what's been happening in Indian football. Right. So therefore, welcome to the realities. If you said people don't like football in India, then why they love Ronaldo and Messi? Because they love superstars. I've learned this week again and from people looking at things, talking to a lot of people in the sports management ecosystem. People are not even cricket fans in India. They are fans of individuals and the fans of success. So then are you real fans? Simple question. You guys, to me, all of you here who are listening live or even afterwards, are more football fans than all of those people who've gone to the Wankhede or to the Gachibowli or the Salt Lake Stadium or wherever they're going tomorrow. Right? This is celebrity catching, celebrity watching. Celebrity catching, celebrity watching is not about sports. 760 crores, says Raj. Yeah, but I think the overall figure is what I think 17,000. Isn't Nagaland also making a stadium? Nagaland was supposed to build one, but I don't know where. Yeah. At least Meghalaya government is spending money on football. Exactly, Aman. I take it. Conrad is doing it. How are stadiums named in Germany and Europe in general compared to India, where there are so many stadiums? Rushabh, it depends on city. It depends on how big. If clubs are building it, normally they will these days look at naming rights. So different ways. Individuals, localities. There are different reasons why stadiums are named the way they are. How did Bengal reach where it's today? It was in the past top five states, Kolkata's top five cities. Now they are not even in top 2030. Samath, I don't know if where they are. Do we have any Indian city in the top five cities? Would be my first question. You know, um, India itself all over is a mess. So, yeah. Conrad Sangma has also declared that Northeast United will have a youth academy handed over to them. Yeah, yeah. They are one, and there is another project in Arunachal planned. If you think TVC government will take responsibility, then you are at wrong place. And 26 directions that's more important for Messi. Yeah, Raj, that's one. But where in India do you see anyone taking responsibility for mistakes? Anywhere. Nobody is. The political class doesn't take any responsibility. You would see people having to resign every day across states and the national government. Nobody does. Initial reports say that Sunil won't meet Messi, then he did. Why? Who said initial reports he wouldn't? The second that JSW was a partner in this project was clear that Sunil will be one of the players meeting Messi. Ultimately, it's India who is responsible for the new India, and the condition will be tagged for third worlders and developing even after 75 plus years of our existence. Good Nacht. Yeah, so I'm very well surrounded. If Ronaldo was here, he would have already given 4 interviews to Piers Morgan by now. Who knows, Rishabh? All the seven sister states should at least have one 40,000 plus football spaces stadium. No. Why do you need a 40,000 plus stadium? I rather say you have proper 20, 25,000. Look at, for example, the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium, which has, I think, a capacity of around 15,000. How often does it fill up in Aizawl? Right? So it doesn't make sense. Last time I watched cricket out of proper support from my heart was 2019 World Cup cricket. Never watched again. Wow. Crazy. How many football first states do we have? I don't even know if you you know, would you say that Kerala would be a football first state? I think Goa, I would say, and the Northeast states. Add Sikkim to it. When I add Bengal to it, I don't even know. So this is a very subjective. I second your opinion. Indians are fans of success. They don't care about sport. They watch only if we win in that sport. Indians can't stand losing, and I'm kind of ashamed. Yeah, Archana. Archana, the problem is I remember 2007, I was working on a football project in the Caribbean, and India was playing the World Cup over there. I think it was March. They lost to Bangladesh. Was it? I think in St. Kitts. And people told me, oh, you know what? I'm no longer a cricket fan. I am done with cricket. I heard it so many times from people. 6 months later, India win the T20 World Cup. Bas khatam. They're back to square one. So yeah, that's true. Even cricket fans are fans of superstars, not game. Here in UP, I don't know a single guy who supports Lucknow and IPL. All support RCB, CSK, Mumbai Indians due to Kohli, Dhoni, etc. Yeah, Saudi is better. Yeah, Indian cities are definitely in top five polluted ones in Asia. Surely, I live in Durgapur and the equalized county 250, but 250 is still good. Shivam, I was in Delhi, 540, 550. My throat is gone. I was just 2 days in Delhi. I actually have a sore throat. Big fan. So thanks, Fafo. Good to hear that. Been Shiliguri. Yes, I have been, Raj. Not recently, but I've been in the past. I just spent a night even in Shiliguri once on the way to Darjeeling. You did podcast with Drog Baba, right? Yes. Rather not I did a podcast with Drog Baba, rather Drog Baba did a podcast with me. So I was the guest. Uh, so yeah, big shout out to him. Shashwat, thanks a lot. So yeah. I think small compact football stadiums give it a major boost rather than going for ambitious projects of making the biggest stadiums in the world. Shivam, I agree. That's why this whole 40,000 thing, even Shillong, 40,000, how many times are you going to fill it? Right? I'm currently in 90 AQI. Well, this is actually not good, but again, for Indian conditions, actually is. This Messi scandal has only hurt TMC. The corruption and thugs who terrorize normal working Bengalis have now come to bite back TMC. They will lose now. Let's see, Samad. I don't know if that's going to happen. Could, would. Let's wait and see. So, do you think the organizers made a scapegoat for the Messi affair in Kolkata? None of the sport journalists are blaming the ministers for the chaos. Yes, of course, Fafo. That's how it is, no? It's not just cricket, it's typical Indian mentality. You don't win something, we don't support. Yeah, we should look at even Bollywood films and superstars. Or forget Bollywood, look at the South, the Tamil superstars, how they are, perceived and treated. Yeah, they lost to Bangladesh in another way to handle defeat. There's a lot about our character, yes. Did he release the podcast with you? No, Rushabh, he hasn't. He said he would do it next week. Not only Sunil, but Raul Baker also need. It's joking. No, why? If again, BFC, Raul Baker, Sana, Singh was there, and I saw, I think, Nikhil Pujari. I saw somewhere a footage of, I think, in the opposing team had Jayesh Rane in there. Yeah. 50 AQS species return. Okay. Drogba is also among those European football contributors who are occasional fans. Raj, we had a long conversation um, about it. And again, listen to our conversations. I'm very thankful that he's going to give me his platform, and maybe a few people will join us in our conversations. But he's clearly a European football fan, right? And well, that's fine with me. Finished Real Kashmir FC web series today to watch. No, actually, I haven't had a chance to watch it. Dada, where my elder sister is married, Deko is literally 59. I questioned her. That is within to make it sure I was not living in Atlanta. Nice one. Agreed. Build couple of 5K stadium intent to expansion in future if you can fill the stadium in the first place. Yeah. Current equi of Delhi is 710. Aman, is a joke. I said it was 500 plus. Yeah. Monday morning or just after midnight when I reached, and it was bad. And again, I can feel it in my throat. I hope some football talent rubs off on Beke for shaking hands with Messi and Suarez. Samat, you know, I give Rahul a lot of credit for what he's achieved. And so yeah. So the thing, the anger was justified. At least the actual football fans will get better washrooms and cleaner seats at the stadium. I don't think so. Let's see how long it takes to restore the things. because are we gonna get the right quality of seats? Because I remember those seats were brought in. Were those some of the seats were brought in? I think from China. Will you have access to them now? Let's wait and see. Sir, current AQI of Indian football is 69. Current AQI of football is 5,000. And she someday back visited Sikkim and she was so astonished by the civic sense of the people back there that is literally felt that it was a whole lot like listen, Shivam, that's the Northeast for you. In Northeast, in some parts, very, very clean. Some parts are also, not that clean, but overall the Northeast is cleaner than again, if I look at Delhi and Mumbai, Mumbai was chaos the other day, right? I nearly missed my flight coming back. So yeah, reality. Football fans who watch European football because it shows them cool in peer group. Maybe. Talk about when other EU creators were milking the out of that 2003 run. Now that in football is in such shambles, they barely make any videos. Rushabh, I have to, with him and others, these guys do it for the audience, right? Again, if there's no football in the coming weeks, my conversation will also shift to European football at some stage, right? Because if there's no Indian football, what am I going to talk about, right? So for me, um, this is something which is a reality, and if I like it or not, and yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Moses stopped already make videos after the Asia Cup disaster. Yeah, naturalization of players like Ramos is my only hope for next 10 years. Ayush, naturalization can only happen if you have a league, right? I don't want to watch a faraway footballer. I'd rather want my country's footballer be appreciated on the global stage. Yeah, Nixon, welcome to the club. Messi got 700 crore for tour. No, I don't know, Raj, where you have got that figure from. No, no, no. Right, slowly let me come to an end. 1 hour 47 minutes. Wow, didn't realize that we were that long today. Um, yeah, sad what happened yesterday in Kolkata. I said do watch the short videos that I try and make here on a daily basis, and do support the channel. Let's keep on growing. And an interesting week coming up, and let's see what happens in the AIFF in the coming days and weeks. The entire mainland Indian is from Sikkim, and particularly indoor, is so clean. It's really beautiful how people keep this city clean, even they shoot for dirty cars. Okay, and the last from Rushabh. Should we stop caring about Indian football for at least this season? So as realistically, there will be no league this season. Rushabh, don't stop caring about Indian football. You know, um, you know, and don't stop caring about Indian football. It's a difficult one. I get it. I understand it. But again, we need to continue supporting Indian football, and people like you need to be there whenever there is. So, what's your opinion of Brandon Kehler, Shanundal, Danny Bath, like OCI players? My name is Anish. Anish, good guys, great guys. Let's hope they will. At least some of them will be able to play for us. Sorry, I've been away from Indian football for a while. Thoughts on Shanundal? Archana, I did an interview 2 years ago with Shan, still available on this channel. Listen to it. I've tried to help Sean, and yeah, nothing has happened sadly. So what about ISL? Aram, nothing. There is no ISL at this moment in time as we speak, right? There is no organization. There's nothing happening, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. With that, I'll end it for today. Most probably see you tomorrow, and all the best. Good night.